say the dream has to come alive.
Yeah, but it's funny how things come together the way that they do. There's a famous quote by Steve Jobs in his commencement speech at Stanford, where he says, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back." Because for him to create Apple, there was a whole lot of things that happened in his life that at the time didn't make sense, not only to him, but to the people around him. But looking back, he's used all those experiences to build the juggernaut that is Apple, right? And his legacy lives on in terms of how Apple is run by Tim Cooks even today. So, even me, I always tell my team that you must always take every opportunity you get with both hands, even when it doesn't make sense for where you are today, because you never know what kind of doors it'll open for you going forward, you know. And whomever you meet, you give that person the utmost respect and the utmost time, because you never know who that person is and who that person knows, you know.
Or who that person might become.
Who that person might become.
In a few years' time.
100%. So,
billionaire.
Because it's a relationship game, this business, you know, and the opportunities we get are purely by referral, right? Someone says, "Yo, those guys, they're professional, they're on time, they do a great job, they're young, they're black, you know, trust them." And we take small opportunities, but we make sure that we give it the best that we can, right? Because even today, it's just a coaching session. But we said, no ways. Come here, bring cameras, record it, put together marketing material, because we see great value in this business and the opportunities that we can create. The crazy thing that we did for our business, our businesses, is we decided to do everything in-house from an IT perspective. So we built the websites ourselves. We host them on our own servers. So we develop and design them. But we don't offer that as a service, because a lot of people ask us, "Yo, please design a website. Your website looks so great." But the philosophy around that is, when you give yourself skills, not only do they help your business, one, because the overhead gets reduced, so you don't have to pay someone else on something that you can do. Two, something that is, for example, with Langa Soleil, the online store is a primary distribution point. So it's very critical to the business, right? So we didn't want to have something so critical to have to rely on someone else, especially because we want to scale this business, right? And it's a choice that businesses need to make around what are the things that are critical that we need to learn how to do ourselves, at least up until a point where, one, we know it well enough so that when we do outsource, we know exactly what needs to be outsourced, and we can afford the right expertise, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know if this is a good person in terms of IT or a bad person. You don't know if you're being overcharged, right? So part of the exercise for us was to be like, hey, let's learn this infrastructure, right? I did a little bit of computer science in high school, so at least I came in with an understanding. And then as a team, we're like, okay, cool. We're going to put all our hands on deck. We're going to learn this thing. We're going to figure it out. We're going to build it. It's going to be longer. There's going to be a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's going to help us in how we run things, right? So I always tell entrepreneurs is, especially when you're starting out, don't just brief someone to do something for you and then walk away and expect that thing to be done. Even when you brief, be intimately involved throughout the process of that thing being built, right? So when I speak about email routing, when I speak about emails being set up, this is something that as the person is doing, you need to be there to understand, to ask the questions, so that going forward, when you bring in more people in the business, it's something that internally you can get up and running very quickly, you know? So when we speak about vision, we are speaking about a long-term picture, all right, that we want the business to look like, all right? Now, that horizon is up to you to decide. It can be 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, whatever, right? But it's a picture that you want the business to look like, all right? And it has to be galvanizing. It has to be something that you guys as a collective agree and believe in, and it has to be a guiding principle, all right? It has to be an overarching. If anything that we decide on doesn't fit into the vision, then we need to be clear that we're not going to do it, all right? So what we need to workshop now is the vision that Kembroided. What do you want Kembroided to be?
Well,
Like Lebo said, we would want to manufacture our own stuff.
All right. So there's a manufacturing, and there's an ownership, right? There's an ownership. So there's manufacturing, there's ownership. Okay.
And then like maybe
But more think more broader, more idealistic, more like what do you want the business to stand for?
good quality.
All right. So there's good quality. All right. Which we need to unpack further. What is good? Because everybody says good quality, but what does that mean?
Making sure that we deliver everything that making sure that everything that we do to the best of our ability, so that our clients are happy and satisfied.
So there's satisfying clients, right?
Satisfying
Is
clients.
is satisfying? Is that enough?
Well,
Do you just want to be satisfied as a client?
Happy.
Think about yourself as a client.
I want to be happy.
What's your favorite place to shop at?
A lot.
Pick one. Where when you walk in, you just get so happy. Zara, right? So when you walk in Zara, there's something, man, that makes you feel
they
like
keep me coming back.
They keep me coming back.
You're not just satisfied.
Yeah, you're so happy. If you walk in there, you're like, oh,
There's shops that
peace of
satisfy you.
mind.
There's shops where you're like,
Okay.
I could get a Brian more or I could get some more. It's fine.
Yeah.
But if alone,
For that
can you get a
confidence,
right? That's that thing that we need to get at for Kembroided, right? Because there's a lot of
catches.
there's a lot of businesses that do what you do. Even in the Northwest.
In Rustenburg,
Even Carltonville, there's a place
Understand?
called J Design.
So
They do the exact same things.
if you're just gonna satisfy people, then you're gonna compete with average and get average results, right? But your vision needs to be more than that. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for you to really be a remarkable business that stands out, goes and scales. So I want you guys to think
Out of the box.
yeah, think like a Zara. Think. Give what feeling do you want to give clients as soon as they walk through those doors? Okay, who wants to start?
I'll start. Let me break the ice.
Please.
Okay, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but
There's no wrong answer.
okay, I said an embroidery business that offers quality service and satisfaction to our clients.
Cool. An embroidery business that offers
Quality service
service
and satisfaction.
and satisfaction to our clients. I like it.
A female and 100% black-owned business that provides outstanding work, provides excellent quality and value for their money.
Cool.
Like it really doesn't.
Does make
Right,
sense. Does make sense. All right.
A deeply corporate type of a company
Okay.
that deals with embroidery and all that
Okay.
for different cultures and different types of people. Yes, something along that.
Fantastic. All right. So now we have a foundation, but now we need to build. So now we
Incorporate them together.
need to
Okay.
in a sexy, slick
Okay.
one liner that rolls off the tongue. You know.
Yes.
So we know for this is what we do.
Yeah.
Right. But we need something that sticks in our brains. Something that everyone who joins the business, right,
Knows it.
they will know, and it's something that we continuously repeat and we live, right? That captures the essence of this.
Okay.
All right. So when we say satisfy, value for money, right, it's for our clients,
Yes.
right? But what does that look like? You've been a client, all right? Why were you a client in the first place?
Yeah.
Why did you come here? You wanted a uniform for yourself.
No. I wanted jackets for the people in the mines.
For the people in the mines.
Yes.
Why did those people want jackets?
Because I went and told them that I can sell jackets. I can offer
Yeah.
them jackets.
Yeah.
Eh,
But why? What about a jacket is appealing? They can go to any store and buy a jacket. Why must they come to Kembroided to get a jacket specifically made?
because mine they give a fine at reasonable prices,
Okay.
and I offered good quality.
Yeah.
What they saw, they loved what they saw.
Yes.
Eh,
Yeah. But we spoke about uniform, right? We spoke about uniform and what does uniform represent for a business?
equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So think of it from a client and consumer's perspective. If I am, let's say, a engineer at Impala Platinum, and I have people who are working at Impala Platinum, right? Now, when they are wearing Impala Platinum uniform, what does that do to the person wearing the uniform? How does that make them feel?
it makes them feel good. And
It makes them feel that they belong.
they belong.
Does it
Mm.
belong?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes them feel part
Yes.
of
The organization.
The organization.
Yes. Right. So, in essence, what you are doing is you're enabling your clients to meet certain objectives that uniforms enable them to meet, if that makes sense. Right? So there's something that you provide that enables your clients to do whatever they do better. Because maybe people feel like they belong, maybe people feel like they're part of something, the brand is elevated. So you guys are helping your clients achieve something. Right? So it's deeper than just satisfaction and value for money. But there's something that you guys are helping your clients achieve. Right? So we need to find a word for that. What are you guys helping your clients achieve? Are we elevating their brands? Are we growing their business? Are we establishing their reputations? What are we doing for our clients?
Clients to what?
Maybe it's elevating our client's brand
Yeah.
to the next level.
To the next
elevate,
level.
yes.
Or taking our clients' brands. Or elevating our clients' brands from one level to
The
the next.
next years.
To elevate their brand.
Elevating our
Our
clients'
clients'
brand.
And enabling clients to
Elevating our clients' brand from one level
to
to the
other.
next.
Okay.
How does that sound?
It sounds very nice.
Alright? Because it's specific.
Yeah.
You can actually even explain it. What do
This
you mean
growth,
when you say you are
that takes
elevating
place.
us? Yeah, when
Exactly.
it's easy to explain
So
it.
Linda, Hakikena as a client, whether it's written on the wall or it's on my invoice or on a business card, I know Hore, this is a company that's here to elevate my brand.
Yeah.
I think we should add that outside.
Yeah.
right?
That's really, really deep.
I'm not just coming to get a jacket embroidered. This jacket is elevating my brand
Your
from one
brand,
level to the
yes.
next. I go from just being a business where everybody wears what they like
Yeah.
to being seen as a professional, to being seen as someone that can be trusted. And this is not cast in stone, so you guys can change it if you like. Right? But what I like about it is its simplicity, but it's also specific. Right?
Yeah.
And it speaks, it says this is a business for clients, but more specifically to take their brands from one level to the next.
Beautiful.
The session is so helpful. It's
Very.
So what that means is that more than just providing gifting material and clothing, you guys are actually branding specialists. Yeah? You're not just people that embroider caps. No. You're people that are brand specialists. Right? So the work that we need to unpack here and in the sessions to follow is how do we make you brand specialists so that when you're speaking to clients and clients unsure about certain things, you bring your brand speciality that gives them confidence that these are the people I can trust. All right? Because people will argue about price because they don't understand value. But when you position yourself as brand specialists, it's a different conversation than someone who just embroiders caps and we're negotiating price, because these people understand my brand and where I'm going. Right? So I always tell my client, when clients think I'm too expensive, I tell them, where do you want your business to go? What type of business do you want to be? Yeah?
Yeah.
And once I show my understanding of your business and where I can take it, then the conversation about price becomes irrelevant because I've shown the value that I can provide. I've shown that I'm a brand specialist. I understand your brand.
Sure.
I understand brand attributes. I understand what people think when they walk into an organization and they see uniform and they see this type of logo embroidered with this type of detail and quality, the type of image that it enables you as a business to have, and then what type of, premium pricing you can command in the marketplace, for example. Right? When I was a senior acquisition banker at Investec, I wore a suit and tie every single day. Right? Every single day, get a suit and tie. All right. Now, I was very good at my job. Right? I knew investments, I knew numbers, I knew business. I could read a balance sheet. I could tell you where to grow, where to invest, all these things. Right? But if I walk into an office and I'm wearing a vest, less short, a sleeveless vest and shorts. Right? If I walk into a billionaire's office, someone who owns a company that is listed on the stock exchange, if I walk into that person's office and I'm wearing a vest, a sleeveless vest and a short, and I want to talk about investment, I want this person to trust me with their money. It's going to be a very difficult conversation to have. Not because I'm not knowledgeable, but because my brand does not correlate with what I'm trying to sell. So what you guys are enabling, you're enabling people to be able to walk into certain spaces and have that conversation because how they look correlates with what they're trying to sell. So that's what we mean when we say elevating our client's brand from one level to the next.
Sure.
the relevant information.
Yes.
So I had to actually ask the supplier, when are you guys closing and when can we order? When can we place our last order for the year? So he took forever. and I'm there stuck. I can't give my client an answer.
Yes.
Has na responder, that's when I actually can respond to the client.
Yes.
So I don't like.
So this is why then this work is important, Angel. Because internally, once the vision is clear, that we elevate our clients' brands from one level to the next, right? That means that this is now the vision that we need to live. And the mission then becomes how we live that out, both internally and externally with our suppliers and with our clients, right? So once we've decided that this is what excellence looks like, once we've decided, okay, cool, this is what service looks like, right? It looks like this type of delivery, on time, in full, etc. Then internally, we do the work to make sure that that vision gets lived out externally. So it means that if our suppliers previously have taken this amount of time to deliver an order of X quantity, internally we need to build the systems to say our clients need to send us quotations by X so that we are able to tell our suppliers that this is what we need, and then we convey the message to our clients that this is how long it takes. Right? Because remember, when we speak about service, it's about expectations. If the expectation is not managed, then the service level is going to drop. If I tell my clients that you can expect embroidered shirts of X quantity by 3 weeks, and I'm not able to meet that expectation, what happens to the service level? It drops, right? But if we internally have decided that service for us is delivery on time, whatever happens, we must deliver on time, then we need to do the work with our suppliers to be like, worst case scenario, what is the longest this will take? Worst case. If they say 3 weeks, right, we manage our expectations with clients to say, hey, you want these, right? Now, we are brand specialists, as it's clear in our vision. We will ensure that you get the quality that will last. But what's important for us is that you get this on time. Right? We don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. What we will promise you is 4 weeks for X quantity. Right? Because what do we know? We know that worst case scenario, it's going to take 3 weeks. What happens when that 3 weeks come and we're able to deliver in 3 weeks? Service level then exceptionally goes high because we've exceeded the expectation.